Shops and Cabela Studio on Music Row, The Bobby Bones Show.
All right, let's put on Eden, who is listening in Maine. Eden, how are you this morning? You good?
Good.
We're going to give you a chance.
How are you?
I'm good. We're going to give you a chance to win $13 here as we play What's That Racket? Okay, so listen to this sound, Eden. Here we go. Here's a list of what's been guessed. A bunch of birds, a crazy baby, a woman sneezing, a fox, a dolphin, Todd Chrisley's ex-wife, hyena, and goat. All right, what is your guess, and what's that racket?
I think it's a horse.
A horse.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow, a horse. Now, for those that are wondering, why is the money so low? Why is it only $13? Well, because they didn't give us any money, and this is my own money. So we go up $1 every time. She says a horse. Raymundo, hit that button. Oh, Eden,
Wow.
I'm sorry. It is not a horse.
It sounded. We have a couple of horses. It sounded just like a horse laughing, and a lot of sounds on top of that.
Yeah. Well, it's a woman laughing at something. The video has 1.2 million views on Instagram. You're trying to figure out, what does this sound? You hear the woman laughing, but it's also this sound right here. We'll do it again tomorrow as we play What's That Racket? All right, next. Okay, bye, Eden. Hey, Eden, let me ask you a question. Because we're about to...
Thanks very much.
Hold on.
Wait.
Don't. You still there?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I'm here.
We're going to get into a draft next. We're going to do favorite reality stars. Amy has the first pick coming up. Mm-hmm. Eden, who would you pick as your all-time favorite reality star?
I don't have one.
You don't watch Honey Boo Boo?
Oh, good. Writing that down.
That's a good one.
You don't watch Honey Boo Boo? Like any show like that. What do you think?
No?
Nothing?
No
Okay,
reality
all right.
TV?
Nothing at all. Okay.
Two
Well,
and a half men.
2.5 men.
No.
You know what? We'll take it.
No.
I think Scuba Steve would throw a flag on that one.
Sure.
But we'll take it. All right, we will get to our draft of favorite reality stars next. Amy has the first pick. Lunchbox is back, so everybody's going to be in. Amy, do you know your first pick?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, it's hard.
Okay, we'll do that next here on the show.
Bobby Bones.
All right, we're back with another draft. Here's how this works. We get a category, and then we go around the room, just like you would in a fantasy football draft, or the NFL draft, or the baseball draft. And we all take turns picking the best option left on the board. And then at the end, we've all drafted a certain team, and you go and vote for the team that you think is best at bobbybones.com. The draft will start with Amy today. Mm-hmm. Lunchbox is back in the studio today. Eddie, Morgan number 2. Everyone's in today. Like, we're all in because the last person to lose was Lunchbox, and we don't want to kick him out because who lost for him? Do we know who finished?
I think it was Chris Kirkpatrick.
No, Caroline Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Bryan's wife lost. So we don't want to kick him out. So there are 6 of us in. So we're going to play the reality star draft. Mm-hmm. We'll all gather a team, then you vote on your favorite team at bobbybones.com. Amy, you have the first pick. Who's your favorite reality star?
Kelly Clarkson.
With the first ever American Idol, Kelly Clarkson.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. You know, that was so far. I'm like 6 picks. So it was so far away, I didn't put it on my list. I knew it wouldn't get to me.
Okay.
Lunchbox.
My number 1 pick is the greatest reality star ever. She's beautiful. She's amazing. She sings like an angel. Carrie Underwood.
Amy couldn't get one of those for Kelly? Dang.
It's first day back.
Wow.
Oh. Were we supposed to send in?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Eddie.
I mean, that was it. Those were my top two for sure. But I'm going to have to go with probably the biggest reality star ever, Kim Kardashian.
Morgan number 2.
I'm going to go with, she was on Laguna Beach. Her name is Lauren Conrad.
It's a good one.
So good.
Ray.
Chris Harrison.
Dang it.
Bachelor.
Wow, that early, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the time we have in the first round?
30 seconds first round, 20 seconds.
Go ahead and hit that first round timer.
Let's do it.
Now. Let me look here.
Here we go. He's going to take all his time.
There's Simon Cowell.
Good one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just take it, Bones. It's a good one.
How much time do I have left?
You got 9 seconds.
I'm gonna go. I used to watch every Thursday night. It made him end up being the president. I'm going with the guy I would have watched on The Apprentice, Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I had it. Good work.
Wow, I didn't even know. Gosh.
That's a smart pick.
That's how
it's
he
a
got to be
smart pick.
I know.
It is.
I
It was a
literally
smart
forgot.
pick.
He was a reality star.
Okay, so back over to me. You know, we had Todd Chrisley was a great co-host.
Oh, yeah.
Most people loved him, 90%.
Mm-hmm.
How much time we have left over there?
You've got 11 seconds.
I think I'm gonna go with my friend who I work with now on American Idol, Luke Bryan.
Good.
Raymundo?
I'm going to go with Jessica Simpson. Amy's read the book. We've all heard about it a ton of times. Give me her.
Morgan?
Gym tanning laundry. I'm going with Snooki.
Dang
from
it.
Jersey Shore.
Eddie?
This is just to make Lunchbox mad. I'm going with Johnny Bananas.
Lunchbox?
Man, I had Snooki. I'm going to go with someone that people love, and he was in a boy band, but now he's solo, Harry Styles.
Amy?
I'm going to go Khloe Kardashian.
Nice. We can get them all, I bet.
I draft the Kardashians.
The Kardashians
They're
are
like
they're risky picks,
a
though.
draft
I
in
know.
themselves.
They're risky picks. Okay, Amy, so far your team is Kelly Clarkson and Khloe Kardashian. Lots of cluck. Kelly Clarkson, Khloe Kardashian.
I know.
You have one more pick here on your team.
I can't stick with that theme because anybody I left doesn't have a K. Oh, well, I mean, there's always Kourtney Kardashian.
Is that who you're going with?
Do it.
I don't think so. Unless I was just all straight Kardashians, I would. But I've got Kelly Clarkson in the mix. And then, you know, Miranda Lambert, she's...
It's the final round. That's time, right?
What?
Oh.
Whoa!
Then that's my
You have
kid.
to count. We'll count them down from 3.
Okay.
Wait, yeah. I know.
Go ahead. Your pick is
Miranda Lambert.
solid
Good.
from Nashville Star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lunchbox, you have Carrie Underwood and Harry Styles.
Yeah, I got... Man, this is a tough one. I don't know where to go with this.
You better
5
hurry.
seconds.
I'm going to go
3,
with Honey
2.
Boo Boo.
Eddie?
I'm between 2 right now. And I think
5.
I'm going to go with the guy with the beard, Willie Robertson.
Oh, Duck
Duck
Dynasty.
Dynasty. Yeah,
Good
yeah.
one.
Nice. I had a Duck Dynasty person over here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you have Cy?
I have Uncle Si.
Yeah, he's good. That's good.
Morgan, you're up.
I'm going with Simon Cowell.
Nice.
Oh, wow. was that what you were going to do?
No.
Okay.
If I said it out loud, I was never going with it. Any 3 of the rounds.
Oh.
Remember that.
That's usually my.
Okay.
If I throw it out there to chum, like we used to chum, we'd go and we would catch a bunch of shad and we'd use them to go striper fishing. And we'd chum them up. We'd dump a bunch of shad out there and chum up the fish.
That was never your bait. It was just
No,
a
no,
chum.
it's just chum. We were just-
I had one, but now I don't even know that this person's a reality star.
Who are you gonna say?
Octomom?
I don't know if she was on a reality
viral.
show.
No,
I mean,
that
you
was-
know what? She may have been in one of those like Celebrity Rehab or Celebrity. She could have been in one of those.
Or like, I wanted to do John and Kate plus 8, but I don't know her last name.
Goslin.
Yeah, I can't
Oh.
guess them. Raymundo, you're up.
Paris Hilton. Simple
Wow.
Life was a great show.
Wow.
Forgot
you
about
haven't-
her.
Yeah,
Good one.
Look back and watch that. It's pretty funny.
I'm good.
All right, I'm up. I'm either gonna go Andy Cohen or Ashton Kutcher.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna go.
2.
I'll go Andy Cohen. All right, here we go. Here are our teams. Amy has Kelly Clarkson, Khloe Kardashian, and Miranda Lambert. Lunchbox has Carrie Underwood, Harry Styles, and Honey Boo Boo. Eddie has Kim Kardashian, Johnny Bananas, and Willie Robertson.
Nice.
I got a bad feeling about your team.
Oh, yeah? Dead last, you think?
I don't know. It'll either win it.
You never know,
I know.
man.
It'll either win it or get 0 votes. You can't tell. Morgan number 2 has Lauren Conrad, Snooki, and Simon Cowell as she drafted on her team.
Solid team.
Raymundo has Chris Harrison, Jessica Simpson, and Paris Hilton.
Yeah!
And I have Donald Trump, Luke Bryan, and Andy Cohen. Would you have taken Andy Cohen or Ashton Kutcher?
I mean, probably Andy Cohen because he's on like all
the Housewives.
Bravo show. Yeah, and yeah, I see him more. Ashton would be a throwback.
What is that, Punked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Raymundo, I did this thing on Instagram story where I said, tell me the things you like most about the show. At number 7 was people yelling, your wedding story, and your yell going, yeah! I made a whole list of things. I got like 30,000
Oh my gosh.
replies to this. And so I went through as many as I could and kind of listed them out. But at number 7, Raymundo, was your yeah!
I'll keep doing it, yeah, for sure.
Well, just do it when it comes up organically.
Yeah.
Everybody, nice job on your drafts. You can vote. We'll have them up soon at bobbybones.com. Vote for the team, the overall team that you like best. Lunchbox is back today after a couple weeks off, had a new baby. How's that going?
Oh, man, it's great. It's a lot of sleepless nights, and, I mean, he seems to sleep during the day great, and then at nighttime, I guess he has his days and nights mixed up. He's up every hour and a half, and he's wide awake, crying, wanting to play. So it's been a lot of sleepless nights.
Who gets up with the baby?
Well, my wife usually has to get up with the baby because she's breastfeeding, and so I can't really feed the baby. So I'll get up, I'll change the diaper, and then I'll be like, here you go, and if you need me, just text me. I'll wake up, and I go back to sleep.
Text me.
Because she goes in another room and gets in the rocker and turns on the TV and tries to hang out with him, but I can't feed him, so.
Are you guys a little less anxious about the second baby?
Yes. Because the first baby, you would set him up on the changing table and you would strap him in because you're worried he's going to roll off. And now you're just like, whatever, you can just throw this baby and you can leave him up there. You know he's not going to roll off and you can walk over to the closet, get diapers out, get wipes. It's so weird. And you'll lay him down on the floor with like just, okay, I'm going to run to the bathroom, and you don't, oh my gosh, he has to be with me all the time. The first baby, you take him in the bathroom with you, set him in a chair so you can go to the bathroom. This one, it's like, set him in the chair, he'll be fine. He's not going anywhere.
How was the delivery?
Delivery was so smooth. Like the first one, it took like 4 hours for her to push. This one, 30 minutes. I mean, it was 12:40. She starts pushing, 1:10 p.m., baby's out. I mean, unbelievable. Like, I thought we were going to be there all day and it was going to take forever and I was going to be exhausted. 30 minutes, it was like going to, watching a sitcom. It's great. One episode of 2.5 Men. Yeah, all right, cool.
So how's she doing health-wise, your wife?
She's good. She's bouncing back. We went on our first walk yesterday because she's been on pain meds because she's been sore. But she was like, you know what? I think we can go on a walk today. So we went on a walk, put the baby in the stroller, and let's go.
Amy, what do you think?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I got to see the little baby, and it's honestly, it might be one of the most perfect babies I've ever seen.
Look, guys,
Lunchbox created a perfect baby. It's really pretty and like just like so cute, little. You don't expect that from Lunchbox, but his wife, yes. But Lunchbox, I was like, you made this?
They have a lot of hair.
A lot of hair, and then the hair is just like mine.
Yeah.
I mean, the baby, the first baby looks like my wife. This baby is my twin. Like, if you look at baby pictures next to it, it is me.
I don't know that I would say twin, but.
Eddie, you have any advice for him with the second kid?
Oh, man. I think he's spot on, with it's not, stuff's just way easier now. You don't have to worry so much about germs or anything. Or I met the baby, and it's funny. He was just like, I walked in, didn't wash my hands or anything. Lunchbox, here, hold the baby. Pretty much threw the baby in my arms like, wow, you didn't do this with the first one. But yeah, it's great, man.
Lunchbox is like scrubbing.
Well, I'm not used to the germ thing, and I guess that is a big deal. We do have to wash the first kid's hands a lot more because he comes home from daycare and he brings a lot of germs home. So I wash his hands and change his clothes right when he gets home so the new baby doesn't get sick. But it is so crazy and it is so fun. And I'm a lot better at not getting peed on because the first one, I would get, oh man, like when you're changing diapers now, I know to have a shield, put something over it.
The wipe.
A wipe or another diaper or just your hand, anything.
They make those pee-pee teepees.
Yeah, it's a little bit too hard.
It's a little cone, like a little teepee.
First time hearing about this.
Get me some.
You
In the morning?
Nice. You need a teepee for your pee-pee?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been so cool. It's been exciting. Yeah. And just you sit there and stare at it still, like just like the first one. You just look at it, and like they don't move much, but you just stare and stare. I mean, they're just sleeping, and you just look at it for like 30 minutes, going, "Wow, I made this. Pretty cool. Looks just like me."
So now that you're back at work, will your wife do most of the waking up like we did with the first baby?
Oh yeah, like last night. I mean, it was 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. Baby starts crying. I was like, hey, let's go. You need to get that baby and go downstairs. I got to go to work in the morning. So she's like,
And what's her reaction?
sorry, I'm so sorry. And she gets up.
Oh, she apologized.
Oh, wow.
She did apologize because she knows I got to get up in a couple hours and I need my sleep. So
Thanks.
she took the baby downstairs and I didn't hear her come back upstairs. So I was good.
Well, good that everybody's healthy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Luke Combs, even though I'm leaving, Bobby Bones Show. Do you guys want to hit us up? You can. 877-77-Bobby. Coming up at 55 after, Positivity would tell me something good. Thank you guys for hanging out. Coming up in the next segment, we'll get an update from Lunchbox. He is back after a couple weeks of paternity leave, so we'll do that. Also, I got a text here going, hey, what about swapping the time limits? Do 10 seconds for the first round and then trail it out. I think that's probably the better way to do it.
Yeah, because you need more time.
In
at
those
the
last
end.
rounds, I'm like, I'll pick Ray. Oh, someone said they couldn't believe no one picked me from Dancing with the Stars.
I had it on my list.
Oh,
I didn't even
that's
think
such a
about
good
that.
One. I didn't either.
Not that I would have picked me anyway.
But
You know what?
are?
I'm going to go with me, guys.
But that's crazy. You classify. You're in that
You're a
category.
reality TV winner
Yeah.
star.
I'm
You're
basically Snooki.
Like, yeah.
And Johnny Bananas.
People are surprised Lunchbox didn't take a teen mom.
I figured people wouldn't know just the name. It has to say Teen Mom next to it, and we don't identify the show, so it'd been
Good
tough.
call.
Lots of people saying Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Oh.
We
I
have
would've
to
just
pick
slipped on that
one.
We don't look at screens when we play this game, so that keeps us from seeing everybody giving their advice. Go vote at bobbybones.com real soon. It'll be up. Next, we will get over to Lunchbox and see how his paternity leave was. We will also do a Tell Me Something Good at 55 after. And then I did make a list of things people want more of on this show. I told Raymundo at number 7 was more at him, his wedding, and his yeah. So I did on my Instagram story. I said, hey, what do you want more of? And I made a list. Number 1, you're going to know. It makes sense.
Oh yeah, I know number. I mean, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to. I want to know because I want to know
The love
I want to
story.
know more about day by
You're
day.
wrong.
Is there?
Oh.
You're wrong.
That's weird. It's number 2.
All I'm saying is you're wrong about the number 1 thing our listeners want more of on
And
the
you just
show.
said it was obvious.
I thought
have
it was
n-
obvious. Maybe it's not.
I have nothing else besides that.
our most downloaded and streamed podcasts are those. Because it's
Exactly.
new. Whenever
Yeah.
your kids were new.
Yeah,
That was
it
the
makes
thing.
sense.
Okay.
But I mean,
We'll get to all that coming up.
Yeah.
All right, hang tight. Back in like 3.5 minutes here. Hold on.
The morning show's official YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Bobby Bones Show, and subscribe today. Bobby Bones.
I ordered these masks off of Amazon about 2 weeks ago, like super Bane type masks. Because, not to say I told you so, but I was on Corona before it was cool to be on Corona.
It's true. You were.
Now I have to be the
were.
one to tell people to relax. Like, if you listen to what the government's saying when they're like, no problem, they're wrong. But if you listen to what the media is saying, like, everybody's going to die, they're wrong. It's always somewhere in the middle, right? Just in general, it's like a fight with two people. Well, he said this. The answer's always somewhere kind of in the middle. And so just know that both are trying to maintain and manipulate both the government and the media. So you got to find your spot that makes you feel comfortable. That being said, my mask isn't here.
It's not here yet.
No, I think they probably kept it and they were like, we can get more money for it, so we're not shipping it out.
or you got a porch pirate. Your package came and someone was like, "These are masks. I'm gonna sell these on the black market."
I don't know if you'd know it was a mask.
That's true.
So I also I'm in my bathroom and I love hand sanitizer anyway. Big fan. Been a big fan for years. To me, hand sanitizer now is like when your favorite band blows up and becomes hugely successful.
Yeah, you're all
And
mad
like,
that everyone knows.
You're like, no, man, I used to listen to Coldplay back when they were in clubs. So I went through a lot of my cabinet drawers. I had sanitizer galore. And I was posting it up on Instagram like, what up, suckers? Look what I got. I had like 6 bottles.
Dude, you go to the store now and they're out.
There's nothing.
Completely
Hey,
out.
Raymundo in the glass room.
Yo.
Is that green bottle of hand sanitizer still in there?
In my room or in your office?
In the glass room.
I don't see it. Oh, right here. There's a big one. Yeah.
Okay, hide it. I'm not kidding. When we leave, hide it because people will steal it.
Oh my gosh, you've been worried about that bottle. I was up here yesterday, but I missed Bobby like texting me about it, and he's like, "If you're up there, can you check and see if that bottle of hand sanitizer is in the glass room?"
Well, just the weekend, dude.
Guys,
Relax.
And I was like, it's
have you been to
Sunday.
a store?
Yeah, dude, they're
You
out.
can't get a gas station. You can't get a Target. You
Yeah.
can't get a janitorial supply. I went there too.
At-
You can't get anywhere There's no hand sanitizer. There's no wet wipes. There's
Crazy.
nothing.
Well, and even my friend did find some at Target yesterday over in the travel section because people aren't looking there. So that's a pro tip if you
Well,
go
the
over to the
little
little
ones, though.
travel bins. But still, it's wet wipes, it's hand sanitizer.
I'm telling you, nothing
And-
left today.
But they ration it. You have a limit. You can only buy so many.
I bet you can't find any of that today.
Oh, okay. Well, this is just yesterday, but
Nope, none today.
okay. You're
Ted,
right.
Ted Cruz, who's one of the guys who was like, hey, this is probably fake, is now quarantined himself.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. You can't believe the government. You can't believe the media. Media thinks you're all going to die today. You're like going to breathe in and all of a sudden you're going to die. The government's like it's not even a real thing. And so he's quarantined himself because someone was at the CPAC and he touched him. There have been a couple people that have quarantined themselves now.
So, like, what are we? Or just
I'm
no
going to tell
group
you what to do.
gatherings anymore?
Wash your hands and don't touch people. That's it. You're all good. And if you're between like 12 and 65 and healthy, you're going to be fine even if you do get it. But here's the reason it's so nutty is that one, it's contagious. When people are like, well, why aren't they talking about heart disease? These many people die. Well, it's not. Heart disease isn't contagious.
Right.
And it's also not novel, which means new, which means they know how this happens. They know how to. So I get irritated when I see people on Twitter go, well, why aren't you talking about how many deaths there are this year? Well, that stuff's not contagious. And it's not about deaths. It's about what we don't know. And also, it's about people wanting clicks as well.
Yeah.
So, let me take a breath. The food that's being hoarded because they last so long are Twinkies and Ding Dongs.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because they'll last forever.
Apparently.
The coronavirus outbreak has unleashed panic, and part of that is Twinkies and Ding Dongs. My girlfriend said that they've canceled her school. She went back to grad school. She finished it. They canceled it TBD. So and that's she would go once a night, Wednesday nights, and then every other Saturday, I believe. And so she lived in California for the last year, so she's going to school out there, and they canceled it. Just done. Or they postponed it until further notice. All of our workout classes, done. Nothing. All the stores, empty. And so people,
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
we're going to be fine. That's what we're going to do. You're going to wash your hands. You're not going to touch people. You know, and one of the reasons they cancel things like South by Southwest isn't because you get a bunch of people there and they all get it. It's because the city is wanting to keep people from bringing it into their city.
Well, and so many of the main, like a lot of speakers and businesses that are part of it were backing out. Big companies.
Because again, you don't
Right.
want people bringing it into your city. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the real reason they canceled the whole festival. So
Do you think it's a good idea they're doing sporting events with no fans?
yeah, no, just we're fine. I believe we're fine. Until I get it, we're fine. Because I get everything. Okay? When I get it, we have a problem. Although I did wake up this morning a little short of breath,
Oh, no.
and I was like,
Uh-oh.
I have corona.
Quarantine yourself.
You can get paid $4,500 to let scientists infect you with coronavirus. If I didn't have a bunch of money, and I was just walking around, and I was like, I need rent next month, I would do this if you're a healthy person. Because it's just like getting an upper respiratory infection. It could develop into some sort of pneumonia. But if you have your health about you,
Right. You should be fine.
and you didn't have a bunch of money, and you're like, oh no, I would do this. I mean, I'm not gonna do this.
You wouldn't do it?
Not for $4,500. I got shows to do. We're now the Bass Pro Shops at Cabela Studios.
come on, man.
I got a studio to be in now.
But 15 years ago, he might have signed up.
Oh, when I was really broke, I'd been like, yep.
Yeah.
So just everybody take a couple breaths. It is a thing. It's like if pneumonia were going around at 5 times the rate. You don't want it. Just do what you can do with tonight. If the corona doesn't get you, the economic crisis or the freak out is going to, at least a little bit. So, but everybody, I hate being the person that has to go, everybody relax, take a breath. It's not as crazy as the media is making it. It's also not as nothing as the government's making it. Just somewhere in the middle. Just like any sort of disagreement amongst folks, it's always somewhere in the middle. That's all. Men are getting hit with it more than women.
Why?
Men appear to be more vulnerable. By the way, in like a week, I could come on and be like, I was totally wrong about all that.
Bones, maybe men because we shake hands more than women do. We're like, what's up, bro?
No, it just said you're more vulnerable. You didn't
Oh.
hear that?
I did, but I wanted to come up with my
What's
own
up,
theory.
bro?
What's up, bro? Handshake.
Do you know why handshakes exist?
Why?
It was to show another person you didn't have a weapon.
Oh.
So it was to extend your hand to go like, look, my hand's open. I have no weapon in it. I will shake hands with you as a gesture of I'm here in peace.
And then we just kept doing it.
Then we just kept doing it, which I've been a fan of not doing it for a long time.
You have.
Yeah. Like yesterday, it was perfect. At Bobby's gym, we all had on boxing gloves or we were wrapped up, and it just eliminated you can't even if you want to. So I was like, we should just wrap our hands up and go around because then nobody would touch.
And I can go, hey, I don't want to touch anybody, and no one thinks I'm any weirder because of it. I'm like, Corona, baby. So everyone to take a breath, know that. The stores are going to be out of stuff for a while. Hopefully you got a little something. I did order about a week and a half ago a whole case of sanitizer at good price before it got nutty.
Oh, good.
I kind of saw it coming.
Got the deal.
And I still hope it comes is the thing because my mask didn't come yet.
But everybody stay calm.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, but he ordered a case of sanitizer.
For $40, I got like 12 bottles of sanitizer.
And that'll last you how long?
Well, I get
a week.
Well, listen, I have a lot anyway. Like I kind of keep it stocked up in my house anyway. So I'm just saying, when it comes to futures, you should hit me up. All right, let's do Kane Brown "Homesick." This is your #1 song in country music this week. Appreciate you guys for hanging out, being part of the show, being our friend. I'm on Instagram at Mr. Bobby Bones. We are the Bobby Bones Show.
That's right.
Got a couple things we're going to talk about. Let me mention this first. I would like to say thank you sincerely. With the tornado, we just got a new number. We've raised $103,000 in tornado relief through Pimp and Joy and the shirts and the hats and the hoodies. And we don't keep any of that money, never have, never will. And so at bobbybones.com, you can find that link. A lot of the stuff sold out, to be honest with you, which is a great problem to have.
Yeah, amazing.
So go see we're at over $100,000 now, and that is you guys. So appreciate you there. Now, if you hang out, I got a couple things I want to talk about. Mostly on my heart, I want to talk about coronavirus. I've been fighting it. I know we did like 3 hours ago, but I got more to say. First of all, what food is oddly being hoarded by people because of this? What the food that you would not think people are like, oh, we need to get back on these and save these. What do you think it is?
Spam?
Ooh, good guess. Not it. Also, somebody famous had to self-quarantine themselves.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll tell you who that is.
Oh.
Corona all the time.
Are you going to self-quarantine?
For no reason. Also,
Bobby's like, I'm not leaving my house.
let me mention this. There's a study they're saying they'll pay you to get coronavirus. I'll tell you how much.
Whoa.
Oh, Lunchbox?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So all that coming up next.
Missed any of today's show or just want to listen again? Check out the Bobby Bones Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
So sometimes you'll hear on our little voice guy thing that goes from the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela studio. So they are now our official studio sponsor, and we are pumped for it. And so appreciate them. And we probably get like gift cards and hats and stuff too. Probably. We don't have any yet, but that's what's really cool about it too. So, and Eddie and I are doing the commercials for them too.
I think they're going to send me a fishing rod.
And you want?
Cannot wait.
Well, we're very excited. So if you hear that, just know that we're pumped about it, and that's what it means now. So that was who we picked to be the studio sponsorship, and that's all. That's cool. So we should get a bunch of hats and let guests take them with them.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We have Pimp and Joy hats in our green room. We should get Bass Pro hats and then let them take one of those too if they want.
Everybody go around looking like Jansen.
Yeah, Jansen, Travis Denning.
Travis Denning.
Yeah. So Bass Pro Shops and Cabela Studios. So yeah, I just appreciate them. I got a few things I want to talk about. Why don't we do best from the weekend, not the best from the weekend? Okay. So your best. We used to go best and worst. I don't like worst.
You just don't like the worst.
It's not the best. It doesn't have to be it can be whatever you want it to be. Best from the weekend, not the best from the weekend. I'll go first. Yesterday, at my title boxing gym here in Nashville, I have a few of them, but the one on Church Street, we had a charity boxing event, and Amy came out, and we boxed with about 70 listeners.
Yeah.
And it was all to raise money for a good cause, and it was awesome. We had listeners that drove in from St. Louis, drove down, did the class, went back.
Wow.
Flew in from Dallas for the day, and then flew back home that night.
That's crazy.
But we it was great. Raised a bunch of money. We kept the gym open late, and it was just like boxing with bags. We didn't fight each other.
It's like a
Big rumble.
class. And Stevenson took it. Like, I think he's into
Amy's
it.
son, yeah.
Like, I think that was good for him to do. I was surprised he was really into it. We talked to him about it, and I was like, hey, if you want to, that's something you want to try to get into, we can. I would love for him to have like an activity.
And then I kept everybody off the floor, like we were doing nothing on the floor. I was like, we're not getting corona at my gym. We say all the time, cleanest gym in Nashville. So we're scrubbing everything down constantly. And then it was like, hey, we're not getting on the floor.
Yeah, there was no push-ups or sit-ups because that would require us touching the floor.
And they wanted to say, well, Bobby said, yeah, you're right. Bobby said, no, don't get on the floor. We're not trying to get corona at the gym. So that was really great. Again, raised a bunch of money. We'll do another one probably end of summer. Not the best from the weekend. Probably Arkansas lost Texas A&M, and we won't be in the NCAA tournament now.
Sorry.
I know. It was tough. I was on my Peloton. I like to ride and watch the games because I don't have to focus on just riding the bike, which is miserable.
Sorry, man.
It was tough. I'm going to go watch them in the SEC tournament this week because they're here in town. But they have to win the whole tournament now, basically. So, whatever. I'm pretty disappointed in that. All we had to do was win the game. That's it. Win the game. Arkansas losing was pretty disappointing for me. So that's not my best. Amy, your best?
I feel like I had so many bests from the weekend, it was hard to pick, but I'll go with Friday night because we got to be just as a family, like on the couch, watching a movie. And it was one where the kids laughed a lot, and I just love hearing them laugh. So that was definitely a high. And then my not the best, honestly, it was such a great weekend. So I'll just go with the time change.
Oh, good
It was
one.
weird driving in this morning, not because my clock was off, but because it was just dark. It was way darker than it normally is.
I mean, I did enjoy being
Right? Is it darker or lighter?
It's darker in the morning.
in the morning.
But
Okay.
so I did enjoy being able to. We went on a walk last night at 7:00. We normally can't do that in our neighborhood, but we were able to do that last night. And then, but the whole when I woke up Sunday morning, it was like, it just was hard.
Was it hard though? Because you thought it was gonna be hard before you went to bed.
It wasn't hard. It was just not the best.
Okay. Lunchbox best and not the best.
The best was my power is back on. We got it back on Friday. There was a tornado that went through the neighborhood, and so we were without power for 2 or 3 days and living in a hotel. And so that was tough with 2 kids. So it was just really good to get back home and sort of get everything back settled. The not the best is definitely the time change. When you have kids, oh my gosh. First, I have a newborn, so you're up all night with the newborn. Then the 1.5-year-old gets up, and it's only 7:00 in the morning, but he thinks it's 8:00 in the morning. It's like, oh my gosh, I've only got 4 hours of sleep. Come on. But he didn't want to go back to bed, so the time change is just hard on you.
Best and worst, or excuse me, best and not the best, Eddie?
The best for sure is I got to meet Lunchbox's baby for the first time. And man, he's the cutest little thing ever.
Right?
And I got
Yeah.
to hold him. And just holding a newborn is probably just the greatest feeling, really. Even if it's not yours. Probably even better if it's not yours. Because you don't have to keep it. But that was probably the best for sure. And then the worst is while I was at Lunchbox's, he took me a tour. He took me around the neighborhood for a tour of what the tornado did. And I hadn't seen that yet. I've seen a lot of pictures.
Oh, you haven't been anywhere yet?
Mm-mm. And that was on Saturday. And man, that really put me in a mood of just like complete sadness because it was just reality. And I don't think any picture that I saw really put that into perspective from what I saw in my eyes. It's just unbelievable.
Went down to Mount Juliet, which is lower. Is it down or up? I don't know directions.
I think it's
East.
Who even says
East.
east, northwest? Just say up, down, left, right.
that way.
Right.
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
people tell me east of the highway. I'm
And
like,
what
left
is
or
it?
right?
Yeah, me too. And my
But it
whole life,
depends
I
where
haven't
you're
figured it out.
standing.
I'm like, wait,
Bones.
what the side of the Taco Bell's on or the side that doesn't have Taco Bell?
So I went down to Mount Juliet to take some rakes and shovels, and they got hit
Hard.
Yeah, hard.
probably even harder than Nashville did in general. But what they're looking for now, and I'll mention it later too, is chainsaws because they were like, hey, we're good on water. We're good on even when I was taking tools, they were like, this is about the last amount of tools that we need. But they need chainsaws. And obviously, if you can't donate a chainsaw, they were like, hey, we need Visa gift cards so we can put them together and buy chainsaws.
Wow.
Because they're having to cut a bunch of stuff to haul it off.
I feel like chainsaws are just needed everywhere. Like we have a neighborhood group text and like once a day someone's popping up on there being like, okay, we need another chainsaw because there's trees down everywhere.
And if you're local here to where we are now, it's the Victory Baptist Church is where I was, where they were like, hey, we need chainsaws if you have them. And I put that on my Instagram too, where I was there. And again, I was just doing what everything said, news and stories like take this. But it graduates quicker than I think the message does. Like what they really need graduates quicker than the message. So which is why I'm trying to go to places to actually see with my own eyes and ears because then I can actually report it back faster.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good. Sounds like I had a decent weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did this on my Instagram story where I said, hey, send me whatever you like the most on the show. Because I just want to know. It can be anything. It can be interviews. It can be. So I have a list here. I'm just going to do the top 8 because then it starts to get a little dicey, like 9 through 50. or just random things. Number 8 is interviews on the show. Okay. Number 7 is when we do mailbag questions from people and then debate amongst ourselves as we
Fun.
give advice. These are the things that you, the listener, I had over 35,000 people send in a message here. At number 6 is talk about Raymundo's wedding.
Yeah!
And him doing that.
Gave it to him.
At number 5, when Lunchbox guesses weights. At number 4, Eddie's dad stories and Amy's mom stories. At number 3, Bobby and Eddie's music talk when they geek out about music.
Wow.
That's funny. I always think people don't care about that stuff.
Wow, that ranked up there.
At 3.
Amy's like, that's my worst.
I do not. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. At number 2, Bobby's personal life and talk about new girlfriend.
Which I thought would be number 1.
One,
So
come
now
on.
I don't even know what number 1 could be. I just do
You
not.
You do. It's
I
very
don't.
easy.
No, it's not.
The number 1 thing listeners love and would like us.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead.
Games.
Yeah, I'd like us to do more of games.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, that took me a minute because I was just thinking of like other like personal type things, but yeah, games.
No, I threw it out there. I said, whatever you want it to be.
That's cool.
And so those were the top things. Listen, we play a lot of games.
Well, they're fun for us too.
Oh, it's our most fun thing. Is why I have to
Yes.
scale back on it a lot. But I was thinking about what we could do that's short and musical. If this is the number 3 thing people want. So what we're going to do, Eddie.
Geek out over
Well,
music
y'all
for
are
30
getting your
seconds.
They're going to be
own
quick, though. Yeah,
thing.
we're gonna test out a new segment, much like we did What's the Haps for a while.
All right.
We just tested it to see if it kind of rolled. Mike? What are we calling this? Oh, Bobby and Eddie's music school.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I don't think we have anything built for it yet. Do we, Raymundo?
No, but I can say it.
Okay, go for it.
Now, Bobby and Eddie's music school.
And then it's like early in the morning and after school.
Oh,
Yeah,
da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay, here we go. Today it's about Dirk Bentley and John Party.
Nice.
Dirk Bentley has 19 number 1 songs, but there's one he missed out on. You're familiar with the song "Dirt on My Boots" from John Party. Here's the. Dirks was pitched the song first, and he said, "Nah, I'm gonna pass on that one." It was written by Red Akins, Jesse Frazier, and Ashley Gorley. Dirk said he knew it was a hit, but there was one line he didn't love.
John Party's song, "Dirt on My Boots." I heard that song. I think before he cut it.
And what did you think when you heard it?
Huge hit. This is a monster. This is a huge song. There's a line there about a tractor, and I'm just like, I don't have that tractor factor. I don't have that thing. It's not what I do. So I can either try to change the song up to make it work for me. I don't want to stand in the way of someone's baby.
So there you go. Dirks didn't feel comfortable asking him to change the line. John Party took it, made it a number 1, and here it is.
I love that.
Okay, I like this music school.
Bobby and Eddie's music school.
I'm into it.
Early in the morning, after school. Oh,
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
we're gonna build something good. I can feel it. All right, here you go. Here is John Party, "Dirt on My Boots." Bobby and Eddie's music school. Feel okay about this?
It's great.
Riding around in my automobile. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bobby Bone Show. I was reading an article this morning about how you are not allowed to walk up to the McDonald's drive-thru and make an order on foot.
Oh yeah, you have to be in a car.
Yeah, you can't. You can't walk. You can't bicycle. You can't electric scooter.
Horse.
I don't. It doesn't. That's not
Back
one
in
of
the day,
frequent
yes.
ones.
Okay.
According to McDonald's policy, employees can only serve people who are driving a motorized vehicle in the drive-thru lane. So I guess horses don't even count. I guess it would keep people from robbing the place on foot.
Yep.
Like that's what it's about. And if you guys aren't watching at home, I did a gun with my finger.
Yes, you did.
Just to really show the people in the studio what I meant. I'm so stupid. Like I'm finger gunning you guys in case you didn't know what robbery meant. I'm like, guys, we're a
We all
gun.
dodged it too when you pointed at us.
Here are the top 10 shows on Netflix. If you watch Netflix now and you have it, they put up these little banners that go top 7, number 3, number 6. So I just got this. Here is the top 10 on Netflix as of today. Are these shows and movies or just movies? Altered Carbon, the season 2 premiere at number 10. Kung Fu Panda 2 at number 9.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah, our kids like it.
Paradise PD at number 8. Season 2 premiere. It's an adult animated comedy. Life as We Know It, a movie from 2010 with Katherine Heigl at number 7. Freaks at 6. Space Jam. Is that new? Are things new to Netflix today?
I think that's the old one because the new one's not out yet.
It says, no, it says today, March 9th. Oh, no, Space Jam, the old
That's
Space
Michael
Jam.
Jordan Space Jam, yeah.
Yeah, no crap, I said 1996, Eddie.
Okay. LeBron Space Jam
He
is not
just
yet.
meant
We're
like
waiting.
did Netflix just
Yeah, did Netflix
acquire
just get
it?
the movie?
Oh, okay.
Angry Birds 2 is at number 4. Love is Blind, The Reunion is at number 3. Haven't hopped in that yet. Number 2, The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, which I see pop up in my premiere. Like, watch it up in that left corner. The system's protection of vulnerable children comes into question after a young boy is murdered. I just don't want to watch stuff like that. I don't mind watching some of the crime stuff for adults. I don't like when animals and kids are hurt. That's
Yeah,
why I
me
couldn't
too.
watch Don't Blank with Cats.
Okay. Say the first one again.
I haven't got to the first one yet.
Oh, okay. That was the second one. Oh yeah. I think I started that one, and it was so sad I couldn't. And I kind of had it going while I was getting ready, but I was not in the headspace for that. Whatever you just said.
It's something called Spencer Confidential with Mark Wahlberg. I think this is the movie with Post Malone in it too. That just came out. Those are the top 10 on Netflix right
Okay.
now. Most of the time when I watch The Office, it goes top 10. Maybe new stuff came out. It's like the iTunes chart. If anybody's ever on iTunes
No, I
anymore.
like when I want you to share that every time it comes out, or I need to find it.
We'll just
because-
do top 5 for now on.
Okay,
I feel like top 10, I get tired about number 6.
and then you're over it.
I'm winded. People say horses aren't old school. We still ride horses. No, you don't.
No, through a drive-through.
Do a drive-through.
Yeah. We know you. Yeah.
We know.
Listen.
Seen the rodeo?
I shouldn't have even looked at the text. I can say nothing on this show without getting some sort of pushback. It doesn't matter what it is. I can say nothing on this show. So I shouldn't have looked at the text. Someone said they went to Dan and Shay in Columbus last night. They did 2 shows in Nashville this weekend and said it was amazing. But the woman sat behind them and talked the entire show.
Oh.
You know, if it's a big show with instruments, you can talk.
Like loud?
Mm-hmm. You can talk. If it's a theater show where silence is part of the show, you're not supposed to talk. But a big show in an arena with big instruments, if it's electric, I feel like you can talk. Annoying, but you can talk. This case dismissed.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, there you go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. You know, when the show's over today, which, we wrap around 10, most cities we're in, about an hour and a half after that, the podcast goes up. It's the whole show. From when we start at 5 a.m., it's like 5 hours, and you can hear us talk about a lot of stuff. And what I'd like for you to do is go over and you can check out the draft. You can vote in the draft right now. It's pretty close between most folks right now.
Really?
We voted our favorite reality stars. And I have 20%. Morgan has 19. Amy at 17. And Lunchbox right behind her. Eddie.
Falling behind?
Yeah, you could go vote for whichever team you like at bobbybones.com. That's one of the things. Lunchbox talked about baby number 2. You go listen to that on the podcast. Check out iHeartRadio. Hit it up. You can listen to the show. I would search Bobby Bones Show on demand so you can listen to it from the very start. We also do something where after the show is over, we just keep going. So I know our time runs out, but we do the post show, and you can hear that on the podcast as well. So check it all out. Thank you very much. That's all. My dog comes walking in the back door over the weekend, and it looks like the side of his head is swollen. And he gets closer, and it looks like he has a second head growing out of the side of his head. It's that swollen. And so I push on it, and it's like a rock. Wow. I don't know if like a snake bit him or bees got him, but it's still not down. So rushed him to the vet. And so they couldn't tell either. And maybe they said he ate something and it got lodged in his jaw and got infected. Whatever happened, it's infected now.
Oh, man.
And his head is humongous. Normal up front, except for the big thing going out of the side of him.
Weird.
And so I have to give him antibiotics every 12 hours. So I let him sleep with me on Saturday night. And let me give a shout out to all you wives out there that have husbands that snore like crazy. I can see why you'd have just terrible sleep and need to sleep in a different bed. Because my dog snores so loud that at one point, and I'm just doing it to watch him to make sure he's okay. He's on all this medicine. I don't know if his breathe. They're saying watch his throat because his throat might swell up. He's snoring so loud. He just generally does this. I put like 4 pillows over the top of him to try to cut off the sound, and it's still just reverberate all the way through. So a lot of listeners are asking, he's not normal, but we're working through it. I posted a picture on my Instagram of his head.
Poor little Stanley.
And it's like a fist growing out of the side of his head.
It's like he can't catch a break.
There's no break to be had with him.
No.
So that's what we're working through right now. It's always something. But appreciate all those questions and And he's going to be fine in the end because his throat didn't swell. And they were like, watch his appetite. If his appetite gets worse, you got a problem. Eats like a horse. My dog doesn't even taste food. He puts his head in the bowl and his mouth just opens and closes. And then the food goes in his stomach. He doesn't, there's no joy to him eating.
He's like a shark.
And it's like the most fun thing you could possibly do with him. Of all the options, just to say the word hungry, he will run through a wall to eat food. You would think I'd never feed him and how he eats every single time. You would think he never gets food and he's been struggling to eat and finally he gets his one meal per month. But no, 3 times a day. Just goes berserk. Appetite's there. All good. So I appreciate all the messages. Let's play Jayco and Homemade, Bobby Bones Show. Hey, if you guys want to hit us up, 877-77-BOBBY. That's our phone number, 877-77-BOBBY. On the phone, Courtney in Illinois. Courtney, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Bobby. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. What's going on with you?
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe I'm talking to you right now. I'm such a huge fan of the show. But, yeah, Bobby, I just wanted to call in and tell you a big thank you for your 2 books, Bare Bones and Fight, Grind, Repeat. I'm in college right now, and I've been working really hard the past few years. I've been in college, like my parents split up, and a bunch has happened when I've been in college. But your books gave me a lot of hope that, like, hey, don't worry about it. One day, all this hard work is going to pay off, and, just keep busting your butt, and one day, you're going to be really thankful. So, yeah, I just wanted to call and tell you. I can't believe I'm shaking. I can't believe I'm talking to you. But, yeah, I just wanted to call and tell you thank you.
Well, Courtney,
for
thank
your
you.
books and tell you the hope they gave me.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I got a note from my publisher that said they were sending back Fail Until You Don't for like the 9th reprint.
Oh, wow.
Because
That's awesome.
for some reason, I know why it resonates with people because I'm not a super talented person. What I have is tenacity. And I think a lot of our listeners have that, where we just don't stop. And that Fight, Grind, Repeat, that book, it's called Fail Until You Don't, Fight, Grind, Repeat. The whole basis of that book is you can be successful by working hard if one of the ways you choose to live your life is how I did. And it's very practical. You don't have to, there's no yoga quotes. There's no Johnny Buddhist in there. It really is one foot in front of the other. How I was able to do it, how a lot of my friends were able to do it, and it's sharing failure and how you learn a lot from failure more than any of your successes. So I appreciate that. Thank you for that call, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys too.
All right. Bye-bye. Go over to the podcast and check it out after we load it up because I feel like today we're going to talk about one of the stories in the post show. A woman gets revenge on a guy who dated her for a free meal, what she did.
Okay. I don't know what you did.
No, that's why you got to listen to the post show later on today.
It's a tease, Amy.
It's a tease. Thank you very much.
I'll be here for that.
Check out the podcast when we're done with the show. Thank you, guys.
The Morning Show's official YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Bobby Bones Show, and subscribe today.
Bobby Bones Show.